this money-saving series. Okay, so I love batch cooking meals because it saves a lot of time and energy later on. The only problem is my family gets really, really tired and bored of eating the same thing over and over again over days.
That's why our next guest says the solution is to cook big batches of one ingredient and make it into 3 different dishes. Here with more is food writer Puneeta Chhitwal-Varma. Welcome back! Thank you for having me back. Okay, so Puneeta, what are the benefits of batch cooking?
Well, batch cooking is amazing. It's an old-fashioned practice that we're bringing back. It's, well, it's great because we can buy in bulk, right? And often fruit and veg are cheaper when you buy in bulk. But the trick is really getting to the prep and the cook quickly, because who wants to clean slime off lettuce? And so batch cooking is great because there's energy savings and cost savings, and we're also saving on time because we're not cooking every day. Most of us aren't, well, and so, right, batch cooking to the rescue.
Yeah. Let's do that. Okay, so the first thing you say we should batch cook is steamed rice. Why so?
Yes, well, most of us, many of us, are cooking rice anyway, so let's triple batch it. And so here I often cook my rice in a saucepan. You can cook it in a rice cooker. The ratio is 1:2.5. Boil it once, simmer, and then let it cool completely, and then put it in the fridge or the freezer. So I often put it in Tupperware, portion size, and then freeze it, and then you have it ready to take out whenever you need to eat some food.
Okay, and then so you've used the steamed rice in stuffed peppers, right? So that's one way. So how are we making these stuffed peppers?
So stuffed peppers, bag of peppers, so inexpensive and so beautiful in the farmers markets right now. So I sliced the tops off, and I filled the stuffing is really the steamed rice that I had cooked a few weeks ago. That's frozen, thawed, tossed with chopped carrots, and it's such an easy, hands-free dish, literally, because it takes about 30 minutes to cook, but most of that time, once you've got the rice all cooked up, most of that time is hands-free.
So what else? I mean, this is delicious, by the way. What else are we going to make?
My kids loved it too.
Yeah, it's great. What else are you going to make with the steamed rice?
So steamed rice, there's a bunch of options. So once you've got it in the freezer, you can totally make fried rice. That's a favorite in our house. Thursday, weeknight, fried rice, add in some fish sauce and soy sauce and a lot of veggies. And it's a well-balanced meal right there. And you can do this with whole grains too. Swap it out, add in whole grains, and that's so great for our health.
Okay, the next thing you said we can batch cook is beets. So how do you prep them?
So bunches of beets can be beautifully batch cooked. I practiced that. So this is... With the beet tops, these are so beautiful right now because they're fresh, and so the tops are great for salad. You can slice them into ribbons and use them in the salad. And the beets are really great because you can chop them up, dice, and then roast with a little bit of olive oil, and roast them for a good 30-35 minutes. Let them cool, again, freeze, and then Thursday night, 2 weeks from now, you can use these beets in so many wonderful ways.
And one of the ways that you've made for us today is something called raita. I think I said it right. What is that exactly?
Yes, you said it perfectly. Yes, raita is, you'll often see it with North Indian food. It's an accompaniment that comes with, you know, it's to cool your palate down. And it also adds this probiotic richness because it's stirred in with yogurt. So it's yogurt, cumin powder, and the roasted beets tossed together, whisked together, and then you can try it with the cracker.
Puneeta, I didn't want to tell you before, I'm not a beet fan. This is really good.
Well, right,
really good.
I used to not be a beet fan, and then when you see this gorgeous produce in the market, and you know you're getting a bunch of beets for $5.99, and you can go home and make 3 meals from that same bunch of beets. I mean, isn't that wonderful?
And they're so good for you.
And there's more because there's a lot of, you say, unconventional, uncommon ways to enjoy beets. So how else can we do this?
Yes, so commonly people soup them up, but I like to keep the roasted chunks. I'm sure there's a nicer word for TV, but I like to keep the chunks, and then you thaw them, and you can use them in brownies. So swap out half the butter and use, mashed beets, in brownies because they add this juiciness that is exceptional. Yes.
Wow.
Are you substituting the beets for something else?
Yes, for butter. So half the butter,
Oh.
swap out half the butter with mashed beets, mashed, cooked, roasted, frozen, thawed beets.
Okay.
And
So you've done beets in a dip, beets in a dessert, now beets in a salad?
yes, and the beet tops are perfect for that, but you can totally add this to add something crunchy with the roasted beets. I would add pecans and then a dressing of tahini and yogurt. The combination of yogurt and beets is a really
What
great
does a beet leaf
healthy-
taste like? Is
It's-
it bitter? Is it peppery?
Well, go ahead. These are all washed and prepped. Let's ruin it for TV. Like it's supposed to stay perfect, but it's not.
Okay.
Yes,
Got it.
and so
it's a little bit bitter, which I like
Yes.
arugula.
Yes,
Ooh,
so
yes.
it has so these are really fresh, but as they stay in the grocery store, they might take on a little bit of a bitterness. And so if you find that, then slice them up and then saute them with garlic and olive oil, and those can freeze too. But they're so delicious, and it's often a lot of food that we have that can go waste. So how about
Let's
we
use
just
it.
use it?
You
right?
reuse the couches, reuse your beets.
I love the way you brought in the sustainability
Yes,
with the
we
old couch.
absolutely have. Okay, let's quickly get to carrots.
Yes.
Because you say, listen, we get them if you buy them in the big bags. It's a lot of carrots. So you say, let's batch cook those. So talk to us about that.
So a lot of carrots. I bought 4.6 kilos of carrots. I bought a giant bag of carrots the other day, and I prepped it all. Well, not these ones, but peel, chop, and freeze. That's your peel, chop, freeze, and then use it all week long, all month long, because you can thaw this and cook it in a whole bunch of different ways.
Okay.
Including a dessert, because you used it to make a dessert called halwa.
I did. So this is decadent carrot halwa, and it's truly decadent. You cook this down with saffron and cardamom. And it's the roasted carrots that already have a little bit of sweetness to it, and I've topped it with cashews. And the purpose here is to show people how we can eat healthy, make delicious choices, reduce waste, and do all of that, right?
So
Check all the boxes.
What about, okay, so this is a beautiful dessert. Quickly, what else would you make with the carrots?
Carrots, I would put it in a risotto, very, very delicious in a risotto. I would also make this Indian-style gajar matar, which is really a stir-fry, but on lower heat. Toss it with ginger. There's a lot of options that we can have with frozen carrots, and we can often cook carrots from frozen, so they're really easy to prep too.
Great reminders. Puneeta, thank you so much for all of these amazing dishes and ideas. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. This was great.
Thanks for watching. We've got lots more discussion and debates on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. Don't forget to click like and subscribe.